So, across the mythologies and spiritual frameworks of the world, sacred trees rise as enduring symbols of unity, connection, and divine order in the world. These world trees are more than just metaphors. They are living maps of the cosmos, anchors of creation, and portals to higher realities. From the Norse ash trees to the Mayan ceibas, from enlightenment to esoteric diagrams of divine flow, each tradition envisions a unique expression of the axis mundi. This video is going to explore 17 of these world trees, unveiling their backstories, pronunciations, meanings, and spiritual significance across diverse lands and faiths. So let's go into the roots of the sacred, the 17 world trees across spiritual traditions of humanity. In northern and central Eurasia, we have Yggdrasil, which by tradition is from Norse mythology in Scandinavia. As a type, it's like a physical and spiritual hybrid of a tree. Sometimes it might be called Yew Pillar or Odin's horse. And Yggdrasil is described in Poetic Edda and Prose Edda as the ash tree that binds together the nine worlds of the Norse cosmology. Its three roots reach into the realms of gods, giants, and the dead, and it is watered by three holy wells. Odin once hung himself for the tree for 9 days and 9 nights to gain knowledge of the ruins. A squirrel, an eagle, a serpent, and other creatures travel its trunk, reflecting the tension and connection between the divine and destructive forces. In its significance, it is the cosmic center of Norse mythology, connecting all realms and embodying fate, knowledge, and renewal. Now we have the Siberian world tree, which is known as Modan Mad, the tree of trees, and by tradition it is from the Tengri shamanism in Siberia, Central Asia. It is a physical and shamanic portal, and in its backstory among Siberian and Mongolian shamanic traditions, the world tree is a cosmic pillar that the shaman climbs during trance states. The tree typically has multiple branches representing the layers of the world, the underworld, the middle earth, and the sky. The shaman uses it as a path to ascend into the heavens to commune with spirits and gods. Often placed at the center of sacred space, the tree is recreated symbolically in many rituals. In terms of significance, it serves as the axis mundi for spiritual journeys, connecting practitioners to divine and ancestral wisdom. In South Asian traditions, we have the Ushvuta, right? Which is from Hinduism, and it is a spiritual manifestation of magical power. In terms of its backstory, the Asvuta tree is referred to in the Bhagavad Gita as an inverted fig tree with its roots above and branches below. It symbolizes the impermanence of the material world and the eternal nature of the divine. Krishna tells Arjuna that this tree must be cut with the weapon of detachment to reach ultimate liberation. Its roots are said to grow in Brahman, the absolute, while its branches represent worldly entanglement. In terms of significance, it represents the illusion of samsara and the path to spiritual liberation through transcendence of worldly desires. Now we have the Bodhi tree, which is also from Buddhism. It is a physical tree, and its backstory is that the Bodhi tree is a sacred fig under which Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. Located in Bodh Gaya, India, it is considered to be one of the most important pilgrimage sites in Buddhism throughout the world. It is said that the earth itself witnessed his enlightenment beneath this tree. The tree represents spiritual awakening and freedom from suffering, and in significance, it is a symbol of enlightenment, meditation, and the unshakable mind. Now, in Abrahamic and Western esoteric traditions, we have the Etz Kahim, and by its tradition, it is a Kabbalistic, Judaic sort of faith that talks about this. It's again a spiritual manifestation, but this time of divine architecture. And so the Etz Chaim, or the Tree of Life, is the diagram of 10 Sephirah in Jewish mysticism. Each Sephirah represents an emanation or attribute of God, from divine will to physical reality. It is a mystical ladder that initiates climb in order to reunite with the divine source. The tree is also symbolic of the flow of divine energy all throughout creation. And in terms of its significance, it maps the structure of reality and the soul's journey towards divine unity. Now, we also have the tree of knowledge and the tree of life. And this comes from Judaism and partly Christianity and partly Islam and the book of Genesis. And so it is of the spiritual symbolic forms. And so these trees stood at the center of the Garden of Eden. The tree of knowledge offered moral discernment, while the tree of life granted immortality. After Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, they were barred from the tree of life. These trees represent the divine boundaries of wisdom and eternal life, and its significance is that they embody themes of temptation, exile, divine command, and lost perfection. Now, in the African and Afro-diasporic traditions, we have the baobab. And so, by tradition, this is from West African and Malagasy spirituality. It is a physical tree with sacred power, and so the baobab is called the upside down tree due to its root like branches. In many African myths, it is believed to be the dwelling place of the spirits and the ancestors, and its vast trunk stores water, symbolizing life and resilience in arid lands. Communities often gather under it for rituals, storytelling, and decisions. It is a symbol of endurance, sacred gathering, and ancestral memory. Now we have the Kalunga tree, or the Kalunga line tree. It is from Bantu Congo cosmology. It is a spiritual symbolic tree. And so the Kalunga line is the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the ancestors. The sacred tree bridges these two realms and acts as a spiritual crossing. Souls pass through its roots and branches during birth, death, and reincarnation. It reflects the circularity of life and the perpetual connection to the spirit world. And it ultimately signifies the threshold between realms, as well as the continuity of life beyond death. Now that's it for now. This video will continue in the next segment, where we will explore the 9th world tree through the 17th world tree, which I'll cover in a different segment, but it will be a continuation of this discussion. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.